Hey, deserving listeners, this is a best of video in which I condense all the different reaction videos that I did for Ed and Rose and present them again to you, but this time, shorter and also by topic. This video is about when they have a fight about having kids and how Rose feels as though Ed lied to her by omission. So let's get to that.
Why you not tell me last night?
I didn't know how.
I want 2 kids because that's my dream. I tell you before, right? I tell you I want 2 kids, but why you not answer me?
Again, she's showing emotional intelligence differentiation to say, wait, I've been telling you for a long time now that I wanted more kids, and you didn't say anything. How come? It's a very worthy question.
Rose, I'm telling you now, I don't want more kids. I want to be able to give you the best life I can with what I have. I'm not rich.
I know.
I work very hard for my money.
I know.
I only have enough love. I only have enough money for you and for Prince.
He's done this in other instances where he just declares something rather than taking ownership of his own interpretation of life, which he is entitled to. He can say, from my perspective, I only have X amount of love to give. I know other people might disagree with that. In fact, you might disagree with that. But from where I come from, this is how I feel about things. That's okay. But to say this is a declarative statement that is not true for every person. And I'm sure it's not true for her. And to declare things like that, the other person is like, well, I guess there's nothing I can say because they just declared reality is such that there's no possible way to have another kid, which is debatable. She seems to be looking at him with contempt in this moment. She's certainly entitled to that. She's certainly entitled to say that's a deal breaker. I can't be with you if you don't want more kids because that's my dream. She's certainly entitled to that. So we'll just see how this plays out.
Do you still love me?
I don't know how to feel right now. My mind is like trouble, so I want time for thinking about this.
Wonderful response. Makes total sense that that's how she feels about things. It would make sense that she'd be really confused right at this moment. There's a huge bomb that he just dropped.
He not tell me. He not want more babies before he come here. I need time for thinking of what he said and if I have a future with him.
Last night, I finally revealed to Rose that I want to have a vasectomy and I don't want any more kids. And when I woke up this morning, she was gone. She's not answering my texts and she's not answering my phone calls.
So why would someone do that? Why would someone withhold that information from someone that they're dating? Information that anyone would intuit would be important information to reveal. One possibility is that he's an evil person. He's trying to trick. He's gaslighting. Another possibility is that he is so afraid of not being able to find a soulmate, a companion, that his brain sectioned off that information and chose not to focus on it, because to focus on it would mean to risk losing someone. And so you push it aside. You could call that lying by omission, which would be fine. But you could also call it a defense mechanism that a lot of people will use when there are things that get in the way of us getting our needs met. Our needs are very important to our bodies and our psyches, and our subconscious sometimes will find ways of helping to facilitate that by pushing things aside.
Coming into this vacation, I thought she wants to marry me, So it was really more about me trying to figure out for myself, was Rose the one that I wanted? But now it's kind of, now it's a 180. Now it's Rose really sorting out for herself whether or not she wants to be with me.
That is a very telling statement. And I wonder if this is common to some of the actors on this TV show, where they might assume through defenses that when they meet someone from another country who really wants to come to the United States and they intuit that these people have a lot of other interests, be interested in you other than just romance, but also stability, security, money. He also went into denial about the possibility that she might still be thinking about whether or not she wants to marry him. He doesn't say this exactly, but he basically is saying this. I came out here assuming that she was 100% on board with marrying me, and I was the one trying to evaluate if I wanted to marry her. But now the tables have turned, and I'm the one who wants to marry her, and she's the one making a decision about me. It's a very telling statement, right? That he would assume that. That could be another reason why he didn't actually tell her, was because he just assumed, well, you know, I can do whatever I want because she needs me. She needs this relationship. Whereas, you know, I don't, and I could find another person online to date or something. I'm putting a lot of words in his head, but that's a pretty telling statement. That is an unfortunate perspective to have for a human being. Now, why would someone do that? Is it because he woke up in the morning and said, haha, I'm going to be a colonialist, privileged a-hole, and I'm going to, you know, snatch someone out of another country because they need me and I'll be able to control them? You know, possible, but it's more likely that due to his traumas and his insecurities around being rejected, that it led him down this road that he believed was a much more secure road than maybe dating in other arenas. I obviously can't know that, but that's just a possibility. All right, well, that does it for that best of video. Everyone out there, please take care of yourself because you deserve it. You really, really do.